Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
How are you feeling today? Hopefully better.
Much better for sure.
Good, good.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I am doing well. Back in the
Good.
saddle.
Oh, good. How was the trip?
It was fantastic.
Awesome.
Loveland, Colorado is just a cute little town. It's kind of
Oh,
like a hippie town. Colorado, I guess, is kind of like that anyhow, which I hadn't really spent much time in Colorado. It was fun.
oh, well, I'm not seeing you yet in case your camera's on, but that's
Oh,
great. I'm happy to hear that you had a good time.
yes.
There you go.
There I am. Sorry. I was
That's okay.
pulling up your session work
My
here.
sheet. Yes. So I didn't get too much done. I probably spent more time on Wave, getting my expenses and things organized, but not
Yeah,
so
how do you
much
like
on. I like it. It is, like you said, intuitive. So it's recognizing the patterns. And good news is that there's not too many different categories. It's
Yeah,
just learning how to create little sub ones.
right. And drilling down, like when you go back to reconcile, learning the quick way to drill down to see specifically what that charge is. Once
Yes.
you do that, then it's like, oh, okay, got it.
Nice. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. But so far, it's been good.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. It's going to save you so much time.
Yeah, I bet. Because we spent a lot of time on spreadsheets. I mean, like not me personally, but yeah,
Right. And they don't give you what you need anyhow, really. They don't
yeah,
give you,
it's
your
still work. Yeah.
yeah. It's good. So, how's your team doing with the new folders and that kind of thing? Are they digging it?
I don't think they have had to experience it yet, but I have. So all of my new referrals, maybe it's because I've been touching them first. So I've taken the step to initiate the files, and it's been great. I just kind of pulled the categories that we're quoting at the moment, and it's really been working out. So it
Love it.
saves a lot of time. Yeah, for sure.
Good, good, good. Okay. What do you want to work on today? What do we have
So
going on?
I was going to see, I know you mentioned right before we jumped off, some time management techniques. I would like to kind of pick your brain and see what you have found to be most efficient and productive, um, and maybe kind of share what my experience has been. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just feel like, yeah.
yeah. Why don't you talk to me about what's been going on with your time management, what you've tried, what has worked or not worked for you?
Okay. So as you know, I've been working closely with Jenny, so she kind of trains me a little bit um, gradually, right? So we've been working on creating an ideal calendar to where I'm paying attention to my energy, um, and when I feel the most optimized, right, or the most productive, and scheduling things according to that. So I did that for a while very well, except I feel like now I'm falling back to my old habits, and now my calendar is a little more responding to people's schedule than creating my stone schedules and having people flow around me. So that's where the little shift has been going. One of my favorite techniques is the Pomodoro
Okay.
technique. I'll do blocks of 50 and then do the 10-minute walk away, drink some water, get to the window type. I think that has been most effective for me. Now I just need to, I feel, go back to scheduling more. I guess you can call like batch tasking where there are most more similar meetings and more similar things in that day. I feel like that's where my energy is most positive.
Yeah, and that is actually what I do mostly.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
good.
That's good. Okay, good. So have you done a list? Did you and Ginny go over the list of the things you have to do, the things you want to do, the things you don't want to do? Have you created?
Not not quite like that. I'm kind of, I would say, a little all over the place. I'm using a best self planner
Okay.
that I've been finding myself skipping through the quarterly parts. So I'm wondering if that's just my behavior. I don't know, my fear of realizing things. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, I'm a rebel. So you might be a rebel. Like someone tries to fence me in and I'm like, don't fence me in, you know. So that would be, it's kind of what happens with me too. So I can relate. I can
Okay.
relate to that. Is the best self planner, is that online or is it a book or
It's
what
a
do you?
book,
Okay.
physically writing. Yep. Erasing the whole bit.
Okay. And you started out on it, but you kind of fallen off the wagon.
Yep. Falling off the wagon and kind of picking and choosing which parts I want to do and not quite following like their quarterly breakdown and monthly breakdown, their strategy or their structure, I should say. Not quite following it all
Right.
the way through. Yeah.
Okay. And why do you think that is? It's uh, why?
I don't know. I don't I'm not quite sure. Like I like the bits and pieces in it, but I can't even I couldn't even tell you.
Okay. Well, and there's no one way to do anything.
Yeah.
So I'm a big proponent of, take what works, take
Yeah.
what gels, and then throw the rest away.
Yeah.
And don't beat yourself up because like, I don't get that
Got
quarterly.
it.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Unless it's something like your big goal of I really want to know what's going on each quarter, then of course you've got to address that.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
but if it's something that's like some people care, some people don't care. And
Mhm.
and really, I don't think there's a good or bad. It's all about the person.
Yep. Got it.
So that's
Thank
the
you.
way I feel about it. So I do batch tasking a lot. And so remind me again, I'm sorry, did you write down everything that you have to do and everything that you want to do? And have you done a time management session? Like a time management session is generally more than a little in an hour, but we can try to condense it a little bit or
Okay.
maybe just a follow-up because generally it's like, what does Lien have to do?
Yeah.
What does she want to do?
Right.
What should she not be doing? And we write down everything. We just brainstorm on every single thing that you have to do to run your business in your life. It has to do with your life too, right? Because you're a
Right.
mom, you're busy, right? So it's like the world of Lien, right?
Right. Right. And that I think that's the part that I forget is that when I do and I think I've done the matrix version where it's important and urgent, that one, but not quite in the list form that you've just described.
Yeah, because what I found with the matrix is I leave stuff out.
Yeah.
If I just start a whole daggone running list of every single thing that I think, and I just brain dump, brain dump, brain dump,
Mhm.
like that would be something we could do in a Google Doc, just dump it all down. Like you
Yeah.
could dump it all down before our next session and just have it all dumped.
Got it.
Then what we're going to do, yeah, so let me put that as homework. Hold on.
Okay, perfect. Because that was what I was gonna do next.
Yeah, because what's going to
Yeah.
happen is that you're gonna brain dump, and then you're gonna say, "Oh, okay, what about that? What about?" Then you're gonna keep adding to it.
Yep.
So you just keep adding and adding and adding. So write down everything you think you do, and
Right.
then keep adding as you go. So that'll be cool because you keep going as you go for a week or whenever we meet next, right?
Mhm.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to figure out well, first off, what do you have? Then you go have to, want to, maybe, right? Have to, want to, and then aside. So then okay, I'm going to put this down. So after you get that done, then you're going to label
Have to, want to, and
have
maybe.
to, want, let me type, want to, maybe one day do.
Okay.
And then after that's all done, we're going to dive down into what should not do,
Okay.
right? What you hate, delegate. What you can't do,
Right.
delegate. What's below your pay grade, delegate,
Delegate. Got it.
right? So, but it all starts with you just making a running list. Just keep this doc open or start some doc somewhere and just write down every single thing. So we'll start this,
Okay.
start it. We'll start the brain dump. That way the kind of infrastructure's been built. So hold on here. Okay. Let's just do a few. What do you think of right away of everything that you do to run your business and your life? We'll start with business.
Okay, so business would be prospecting time.
Okay, prospecting.
So this would include like leads, lists, lead generations, things like that, calls, canvassing, quotes, right, would be part of prospecting. Yep. Research on property and client. Yeah. Um,
Well, so actually the quotes in the research property and clients after you already found somebody,
correct.
right? So this is like, I guess it would be prospects. Okay, keep going.
Because then they would later convert into clients, right?
Right.
Okay, so I think that's it for his prospecting.
Okay. And you'll find more.
Right. I'm sure.
So the next one is clients. What do you have to do for your clients, right?
Yes. So here we would review policies.
Here we go
Oh,
again.
here I was thinking the same thing.
God,
There
it's
you
like,
go.
okay. So what is it again?
So review household, right? Review policies. Review.
A review.
Yes.
And
And then
later. Okay.
make suggestions and recommendations. Process any changes. So this is where we would, yeah, create tasks to process changes. I'm just thinking this is one review in
This is all, this is
process,
all done.
review
So,
process.
okay. So under review, that's that and that's that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Um, so thank you cards. I mean, thank you cards, birthday cards. Yeah, thank you cards. For any interactions. I'm kind of drawing a blank on what else we do with
You'll
clients.
come up with more.
Okay.
So this is the start of your
Yes.
infrastructure. So you have your prospecting, you have your clients, and but then you have like administration.
Yes, and operations and things like that, right?
Right. So you can continue on with that.
Yep.
And you're probably better at, you like forms anyhow, so you're probably way better at this than I am.
Okay.
To fill in the blanks.
Operations. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And the personal stuff.
Yep. And then we have personal. Yeah. So are you in charge of what are you in charge of in your household?
Budgeting or finances.
Okay.
Kids scheduling. Um, breakfast and lunch. Drop offs 2 out of 5 days. Like that type of list.
What
Yes.
days?
Thursday, Fridays.
Yeah, this is where we're going to get into what to do when, because you're already out and that kind of thing.
Okay,
This
awesome.
love it.
Okay. What else for kids?
So you don't do dinner. That's kind of nice.
I don't. It's very nice. It's a big blessing.
Yeah.
Um, I
Well,
do
then what?
pickups on Tuesdays.
Oh, so keep going.
Pickups on Tuesdays and Fridays. I think that's that for
Okay.
now.
Yeah. Because then you have,
Homework time, bath time, like we're doing all of that type of stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I would, because then see, then it also helps if you're going to delegate more or trade out things with your honey, right? It's like,
Yes.
then you'll say, oh, well, this doesn't work with my thing that I'm creating now. So maybe we can,
Right.
and
Got
based
it.
on my day to day and da, 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 right?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a really good thing.
Okay.
So,
I will
yes,
get down to the details.
yeah. And you'll be surprised at all the stuff that you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a good thing.
Okay.
And, okay, so I'll give you just the quickie version of how I look at my life,
Okay.
time management perspective. And this is about work. And,
Okay.
so, um, I like to have an umbrella of intention over each day, my 5 days of the week. So what that means is like I have administration day, I have marketing day, I have project day, I have client days, right?
Right.
Try to have that. As you see, I meet with clients Monday, Tuesdays, virtual, right?
Hmm.
My in-person clients are going to be Thursday or Friday,
Right.
maybe Saturday. So I have like this intention.
Okay.
So if I know that, so take for instance, I know that I have to do a doctor's appointment, but I know that I'm already out in the field on
Right.
Thursday, Fridays. So I will book it before or after and move my clients around. See what
Got
I
it.
mean?
Got it.
So, and I know that I'm in I know for a fact that if I don't have 4 hour block for a project, I
Hmm.
don't get anything done. And so I love to do Wednesdays is kind of like my day where I'm actually doing stuff that's going to move the needle on my business. I'm writing
Okay.
copy, leading programs, I'm doing big projects. I have it that way. So I have an intention each day of what's going to happen. And here's the thing, Lien, is it things change all the time. However, if I don't have my admin day, I go bonkers. And
Yeah.
I know what I didn't do because it was already planned that I was going to do it. If you don't have an intention that,
Right.
Monday's going to be my admin day, I'm going to spend like 3 hours in the morning lining up my week.
Right.
And if something falls through or someone grabs in there or something just happens or there's some training or whatever, I know that I didn't do it. So I know that I get to come back to it. If it wasn't earmarked in my calendar, I wouldn't know what I bumped.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Totally.
Yeah.
Got it.
So what we want to do is think of, you're going to have your overall arching days for work. Like, what do when's your prospecting day? When's your marketing day? When's your client review? When's your project days to move your
Right.
business thing? But then you're also going to have like this pseudo underneath of that family schedule.
Right.
And you're going to try to marry them together. So take, for instance, on the drop-off days and the
Hmm.
pickup days, you're going to know that you're kind of out already. And then you're going to be able to do some other out things.
Right.
To give you an idea, when I was starting this a long time ago, I was looking for a networking group and it was going to be out.
Hmm.
This is COVID, is going to be out. So what networking group am I going to really invest in, right? And which
Right.
one am I going to spend time? Well, for me, it had to be a Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that narrowed down which
Hmm.
networking group is going to go. So I'd go to, and I wanted it to be first thing in the morning because
Got
I
it.
wanted to get out of bed. I want to be
Right.
dressed, ready to tackle the day
Yep.
and do it. So I wanted in 8 o'clock. I did not want a 6 or a 7, God forbid. I wanted it 8 a.m. I wanted it to end by like 9:30. So
Hmm.
that down my list of networking opportunities to
Right.
figure out which one I wanted to join. Then I joined one and it was Tuesday morning from 8 to 9:15 every Tuesday, every single week. And that did a lot of stuff for me. That allowed me to get up and out and cruising. It allowed me to meet outside appointments at like 10 a.m. right after that,
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
dressed and looking great.
Right. Right.
And so it allowed me to kind of schedule myself. And then I would know that when that back then that all Tuesday, I was pretty much out and I was marketing, or if I had a speaking thing, I'd try to speak on that day because I was already up. If I
And
had,
dressed up. Yeah.
right. So see how it kind of flows.
Yes.
And then if something changed, and maybe they skipped a week, that would be a bonus day for me to already to do some other little thing to fill in the blanks there. But I would still try to seep in that marketing mode. I was still trying to put
Got
a
it.
marketing piece into that because that was my marketing
Yeah.
day.
Right.
See?
Yeah.
And you're already out on certain days. So, what days, what are your timings? So it's
Hmm.
kind of messed up because you have Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you could do a pickup and a drop off on Thursdays and Fridays or Tuesdays and Fridays,
Hmm.
not have that weird day. If you could
Right.
swap somebody, that might make more sense for you as well, if at all
Yeah.
possible.
Right.
You know, you never know if it's possible, but you never know till you ask.
Right. Right. Sure.
Hey, can I swap this drop off day
Yep.
to this day?
Yeah.
And Fridays. So what time are your drop offs?
They have to be at school by 9:30.
Okay, so you're going from like 8:30 to 9:30 or
Yes.
8. So it's like 8:30 to 9:30 kind of gig.
Hmm.
And then what's your drop off?
Well, it's actually more like
Or I'm sorry, that's drop off.
drop off is 8:45 to say 9:45.
Okay.
Yep. So back door to door, right? And
Yeah.
then pickup is about 3:15 to 4:15.
Okay. So yeah, if you can switch one of those days with somebody, that'd
Yeah.
be ideal. Because then you're kind of sandwiched, and what would work probably good depending on what we come up with, what you have to do, what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. Then we can sandwich in what do we have? We have like 5 hours
Yeah. Right.
that be like, oh, I have to do a dentist. It's going to be that day.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to
Definitely.
go to groceries. It's going to be
Yep.
that day. Oh, I
Yep.
have to run this errand. It's going to be that day. And Fridays are actually great days for that. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
because seem to like get busyness stuff done. And then what would happen is that might kind of block off Friday for being like a work kind of day. That might shift then into having Saturday fill in that
Right.
work stuff. But that gives you Friday to
Got it.
kind of see.
Yes. 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 Yeah. So I've been trying to do a little bit of that too, because I work from home, as you can see, and there's sometimes where I would choose to do the dishes or the laundry over my work time. So what I've been getting myself to do is choose the days that I do drop off to make it an all appointment day, so I'm out of the office all day.
Yes.
Or
Yes,
even
yes.
pick up mail day, right? So when I go in to pick up the mail, then I'll just stay there for a few extra hours than to come back.
Right. Is that at your office?
Uh-huh, my office.
Okay. So that's part of admin, actually, probably.
Yeah, so mail, pick up mail.
Yeah. And here's another thing with mail pickup. So what would remind me of that I'll talk about that a little bit later. How to
Okay.
handle uh 2 hands, 2 minutes kind of thing. Okay. So yeah, so okay, you're already kind of there. If you can
Yes.
get yourself down to not 3 days, but 2 days, that'd be ideal.
Okay.
Switch your Tuesday or your Thursday if at all possible.
Right.
Fridays, because Fridays is a good day. And Friday, and plus if you're back by 4:15, then you don't have the traffic or anything to deal with.
Mhm.
And you've got all that crap done that would have been hours from 5:30
Absolutely.
on a Friday. So you might,
Absolutely.
then you start looking at, okay, what are, my day is to do certain things. And let me Let me see here. I'm not sharing my screen. We're just looking at the same doc. Let me find.
Correct. I'm gonna go grab some water. Be right
Yeah,
back. Thank you.
that's actually a good idea. Thank you for reminding me about that.
I've been forgetting. I gotta keep my cup in my office.
Yeah. Yeah, I have my little cup right here with my straw. It's
Good,
supposed to
I
be
saw, yes.
less invasive. I don't know. I got it speaking at a conference. It's pretty giant and good.
Nice.
I drink a lot. Yeah, so we want to narrow it down to what's the in office, when's your office hours. If you're picking up mail, is there stuff that you need to do there?
Right.
And day are you going to do that? When are you going to do networking? And when are you going to do your administration type of stuff?
Yep.
Right. So just keep a running task on all that. And do you do the budgeting and whatnot for your family? Do you check the mail and open up bills and pay bills and all? Okay, so you're the bill person as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So where does mail land when it hits your life? Does it land in a mailbox? Does it land inside your house because it falls through a hole? Is it an outside mailbox? What happens with your mail?
It's a mailbox in the garage, so I have to bring it up or it gets brought up to me.
Okay, perfect. Oh, or it's brought up to you. And when it's
Yes.
brought up to you, does someone just throw it in a pile on the counter or something?
Yes, in my office.
Okay. Well, that's okay. So here's my mail technique. So
Okay.
I always say you need 2 hands and 2 minutes.
Okay.
And you do your mail because do you have an action system set up? Ooh, we didn't talk about that.
Not quite. I think I need your help on that. We went through a system for client intake and the quoting and that part that we did in the beginning,
But
but
we
not
don't
for mail.
action system for your papers.
No, we did not.
All right. Okay. I'm going to put this down for future. This is important.
Yeah, because I think we did like just sorting through emails and prospect
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
intake. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. But we need actually a paper kind of system for you.
Okay.
Okay, so back to because this is 2 hands in 2 minutes.
Yes.
So you have to have 2 hands because
Right.
what you want to do is you want to sort your mail as you get it piece by piece. So mine lands in the garage as well.
Okay.
So I pick up each and it lands in a bucket and I have a recycle bin right there. So it
Okay.
lands, recycle. Now I've got a bill, I've got or stuff to read, I've got a flyer, I've got an upcoming event, I have a coupon. I will sort it into my 5 fingers. It's called the 5-finger mail sort. Okay.
Okay.
All it used to be that I didn't have a trash can right by where I got my mail, so this would all be junk and then I'd walk in and recycle it, but now
Right
I
away.
literally throw it in there.
Same. Me too. Yeah, it's right where my recycling bin is. So I'm just okay. Same.
You just throw all that crap in there, be done with it, and
Yeah.
then you sort. And what happens when you sort is that you have a folder that's like bills. You
Yeah.
don't even open them. You just literally throw the bills in your bills to pay. You have an event, you throw it in there. You have a flyer. Maybe, well, like I go on and off with this depending on my grocery ads because I'm always looking for Impossible Burger on sale.
Yeah.
So I, because it used to be $4.99.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically it's sorted, right? And I have a landing place for it to land that's vertical, right? So I have a vertical stepper. Here is an example. I just came out of this class.
Okay, I have one. I
This
think.
is the ultimate thing.
Okay, yep.
It's a vertical incline where you see all. You
Yes,
have one?
I do.
Yes. Okay,
I
great.
do. I just put it away, but I can bring it. It's right under my desk.
I love it. Okay. That's what we're going to use because there's 8 steps
Hmm.
and generally there's 8 types of action that you have to do. So we'll
Got
get
it.
into next time, but that's why you sort them. Cause I can literally, I don't even open up the envelope. I just throw it in
It just
bills
fall
or I
right in
throw
there.
it in
Yeah.
data entry. I come home from networking. I put it in data entry. There's an upcoming event or maybe there's a quick task, right? Oh, I got to make sure that they have this address right. I'll throw it in quick task. So that way it's just vertically filed now based on type of action, which comes back to time management. Because if
Yeah.
you do all your bills in the same time, it saves you time. If you make all your calls at the same
Right.
time, right? So we're bucketing again.
Sure.
Not only are we bucketing our intentions for each day, we're bucketing the task into like with like. So when it comes time to pay the bills, boom, they're all right there.
Yeah.
What's interesting, and that's for digital too. You get it, you can throw it into a bills to pay in your inbox or whatever, unless they're on auto pay. But I think we talked about that too. Your receipts, you're filing them into tax in your inbox. You were all
Yeah.
okay, good.
Yes.
Because I'm still paper and digital, whatever. We all are.
Yeah,
Pretty
we
much.
all are. Yeah. But what I'm teaching myself now is using my phone as my OneDrive um file and just taking a picture of the receipt and tossing it.
Good. And then how are you categorizing it?
That's where I need help. Right now it's just kind of under.
Wave.
Okay.
Shoot the picture and put it in Wave now.
Okay.
So research that. I'll put that
Okay.
down. Yeah, it's easy as shooting a picture. Research of photos of receipts in Wave. Yeah, I think because you bought the version because they didn't have the free, I think that's part of the paid version.
Oh, sweet. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that way they don't go into some OneDrive, which goes
That we
into
have to touch again. Yep.
we don't know where it is or what its
Yeah.
category it is. Just
Okay.
shoot the picture and it goes, and then you can attach it to that thing, to the actual entry.
Got
I'm
it.
trying. Got it? Okay. So, okay.
Perfect.
So now so what I always say when you're first starting this is don't have people get your mail for you. But they're putting it in a pile on your desk. So it's not helping you really. It'd be better for you to do the pile in the garage, not bring all
Right.
and all that.
Yeah.
But that leads me to one more thing, which goes back to the grocery things. So I don't know if you have things that you want to read, like if
Hmm.
but I get like my Zoo magazine and I get my little weekly bonds or whatever. And so I have a reading basket and it's the old school vertical kind. And I have, that holds vertical. There's a reason they're still there because it's not a pile of
Yeah.
vertical holding device, right?
Yep.
And so literally I come in from the garage, I throw the Vons right into my reading basket.
Got
And
it.
then what's cool about that is it's small and
Hmm.
I didn't touch it. When I get the new one, I just throw the old one out and put the new one in there because it's easy to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the new Zoo one and I never read the old Zoo one, then I can replace it and just throw the old one out, put the new one in. So it keeps me honest and it keeps me not with too much stuff that I have to read.
Yeah.
And I have it by where I read, which is by the couch, which my husband hates because he doesn't like me double tasking reading and watching TV, but I do that. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm too bored sometimes just watching regular old TV.
Yep.
And I want to go through my coupons. I just want to see is Impossible
Right.
on sale, blah, blah, blah on sale. And if not, I throw it out. Right.
Yeah.
So a reading basket is going to be a really good friend for you, and just put one by where you read.
Okay.
Like at one point I had two. I had one by my couch and one by my bed because
Okay.
I would sit in bed and read stuff. But a vertical reading basket is going to be a good thing for you. That way, when you're sorting your mail, you could just throw it right down in there
Got
and
it.
it's there. And
Yep.
then you see it, you throw it out, you put the new one in, throw it out.
Yep.
Again, it's a replace kind of thing so it doesn't get built up. If it's a pile, you can't
It was.
easily replace.
Got it. Got it. Makes sense.
You have the vertical stepper.
Yay!
That makes me happy.
Yes, there are certain things that I can't let go of.
Well, it's, everybody, it's so funny, Lynn, because everybody has one, but no one really knows how to use it.
Yeah,
I teach using it based on type of action.
I like that.
And we'll go into that whole thing on how that works, and we'll make your action system. So what you need for next week, you have some manila folders, right? Blank
I
manilas.
do. Yes.
Okay. You're going to need like 8.
Okay. I've got a few, plenty.
Perfect.
Yep.
8 blank. That'll set up your action system next time, which would be pretty cool.
Nice.
Good, good, good. Let's see. So that's your mail.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And then, yep, that goes the bills and having to pay and the reading, like you mentioned, because it's
mhm.
not just like groceries. It's like today, election day, right? Like poll reading and then open enrollment reading. So yeah, I think that would be because right
Yeah.
now that has no home.
Yeah, that's where all that crap, all those, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
And then once I voted, because I voted a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I can throw
That's
that out.
gone. Exactly.
Love it, because you get so much.
Yes.
But that's exactly where that goes, is your reading basket. So yeah, that's a good thing. Love it. That's going to save you a
I do
lot of,
like that a lot. Awesome.
yeah, it's a good thing. Okay. So you're going to research your photos of your receipts, and then you're going to write down everything you do, basically. So
Yep.
what else? What else? Wave your set LastPass. Did you get that finished? You
Yes.
have it on all the devices, right?
Not quite. I have to get my family and everybody else on too. But yes, on
Okay,
all
good.
of my devices so far, just me.
Yeah. But mainly it's just your husband too,
Hmm.
you can share with him,
Yep.
make sure he has the same login. That's where it gets treacherous, if
Yeah,
that. And
for
you can share
sure.
with him only what you want, and he can share with you only what he wants, you know?
I
I
like
don't,
that.
well,
Yeah.
actually, I don't think you're on the family plan, so he can only see what you send him.
Okay.
To the family plan. How old are your children? Aren't old
They're
enough
too,
yet?
no, they're not old enough.
Yeah. Once they are, you can put everybody on the family plan, and then everybody has access to whatever you guys want to share, which is a nice thing.
But everybody would have their own vault, right? So it's not like you see everything that I see. Oh no, that's great. Okay.
That's the family plan. Like my
Okay.
husband, and he shares what he wants to share. I share what I want to share. Uh,
Perfect. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, it works out nicely. That's good. So that's loaded, locked and loaded. You got all your credit cards and your personal information. Okay, you can put passport numbers, VIN numbers, all
Um,
that.
okay. I
Passport
will.
numbers is a good thing. And social security numbers, like one for each kid, their social,
Yeah.
their login for their school, like all just whatever you need for each kid that's hard to get is a good thing to put into their
Yep.
vault and have their own little note.
Sweet. What I've been doing is using the suggested strong passwords because I am using LastPass. So I'm not even thinking about what.
Isn't it great?
It's great. Yeah, it does save a lot of time. I feel like it's just
Um,
little stresses that is not necessary, right? I'm gonna think of all these different characters and make sure I remember it for next time.
right.
But
You're
no,
gonna
it's
write
been
it down
good.
somewhere that then you're gonna
Yeah.
lose. Yeah, and like I say, when you're out of town and you just, you're traveling or whatever,
Yeah.
you've got everything you need.
Right there. Yep. Yep.
And in case of emergency, you've got everything you need as
Yep.
well.
For
As
sure.
long as you can log into something,
Yep.
you've got what you need, which is great. So with that in mind, speaking of emergencies, you might want to put like insurance policy numbers and that type of thing, because we just had a fire in the canyon next to ours.
Oh
So
no.
my client called me frantic. What do I take? Where's my stuff?
Oh.
She had the freedom filer system built. So I'm like, take your orange and red files and you're good to go. And she fled.
Oh my
Fortunately,
gosh.
but literally she had to evacuate in 15 minutes. So, so it's really important to have like your documents and your papers, but which is why, actually because I just thought of that. I need to tell her to put her insurance policy numbers and phone numbers in notes in LastPass.
Yes.
Because she's like, oh my God, I can't find my deed. Where's my deed? And I told her
Oh
where her deed.
no.
And, that could also be another thing that could be shot and saved. Although LastPass, the image vault's a little bit strange. It's not as good as I would want it to be.
Okay.
I've shot a few things. So when you shoot them, just see if you can open them,
Okay.
doing things like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
But yeah, because it's like, well, some of them don't compute. I don't know why. Yeah, so that's good for LastPass.
Okay.
Yeah, you're making huge progress.
Yay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about the progress.
Mhm.
I need to take a little bit more time to chip away at it, but it's really gonna just be great moving forward.
Yeah, a month a year. A month a year,
Yes.
you're gonna save. You're gonna get a month back.
Yeah, that's
With your
awesome.
kiddos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
great.
Or do whatever you want with it, right?
Sure,
That
absolutely. Yep, with my kiddos for sure.
Yeah, one of my clients, she's a image consultant, a personal stylist, and she owns a lot of properties. And when we did this time management session, she was just working way too much, and she was working every Saturday, and she really wanted to spend time with her girlfriends. Quite honestly, she wanted a Saturday champagne brunch with her girls, her friends. And that was
Yeah,
important to her. And she my friends think they hate me. I never spend any time with them. They're like, you're
right.
a stranger. So when we did her time management schedule, we worked it out that she would do her property management on Mondays. Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays was clients, Fridays was administration, and Saturday she was off. And it worked great. And I saw her a couple months later, and she said what happened was some of my clients' husbands wanted to see me on a Saturday because they couldn't see me during the week. So
Mm-hmm.
I opened up the first Saturday of every month from 9 to noon for these guys
Nice.
to do their style, but I still get to do my brunch.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, that's awesome.
And she's still following it. And she goes, and I figured out that property management sometimes takes a little bit extra time. So that Saturday where I see my client, I can come, where I see clients in the morning, I can jump into property management that day. And then it's kind of a work day anyhow, one day a month. So I'm
Yeah. Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
so this is what happens when you kind of know what you want to do and you have that parameter.
Oh, I love it. Yes, I think this is going to be super helpful, and I think as I do those things, it's going to jump on the list.
Yeah, and another thing you do as you're doing it is like,
Hmm.
how long did I spend?
Right.
So you have one prospect, like how much time did it
Yeah.
do to do all that?
Yes.
A quote took, and it's going to vary. Maybe a quote will
Sure.
be 15, maybe a quote will be an hour. But you could say a quote, I need to pocket like, 25 minutes for each client. So kind of start thinking of time that it takes too, because once we do the actual time management schedule, then you'll see um, what was reasonable, you
For
know,
sure.
versus what was not reasonable.
Right.
Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, that'll work for you.
Awesome.
Um,
Well, I'm excited for that too.
yeah. So what else should we cover today while we're talking? Let me go back to again,
Um,
basket.
what I didn't get to last time, last pass setup. Okay, yes, almost. I did create. Okay, no. Yep, those I still do need to work on.
Your checklist for your master folders
Yep.
and your complete your wave data.
Yep. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
I
and
was.
then your biz card. Were you able to get a business card as such? Weren't we going to open up something like that, or was that someone else? You have a biz card. You don't have to open it. You just have to start using it.
I don't
And
have a biz. Oh, yes, I do have a biz card. Yeah, that's right. I need to move all of my expenses to it.
yes, and if there's not enough money, you're going to transfer money in and out of Wave so that it's still
Yes.
properly, right?
Yes. 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 Okay.
I mean, it seems I do it all the time, and it always seems like, oh my God, here I am paying myself and taking money and paying myself, but it's like a trail.
Sure.
So it's
No, I can see that. Yep.
much more data entry, but I know exactly where I stand at
Hmm.
least. If you just fudge it, then you're like, what happened? I don't really know what happened.
For
And you
sure.
got Mile IQ working.
Which one?
Mile IQ, did you set that up?
Yes, I did, and I am liking it. Yes.
Isn't it cool? Business,
Yes.
personal, business,
Yes.
personal. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And I think, what'll be interesting? I'd love to know this because I can't remember. Um, when you drop the kids off at school and you say personal, then when you start again, does it ask you again if it's business? That's what I want to know. Because
Oh,
then you could
that's
say
a good
business
question.
under marketing,
Oh,
right?
because I don't start until kids. Until I
Huh?
drop the kids off, then I'll do if it's a business.
Oh, okay. So they don't
Hmm.
why don't they ask you every time you got in there. I haven't done it for a little while. Don't they say, is this business or at the end of the ride?
It may be. I have to go back and do it.
Yeah,
I have
check
to.
it out because
Yeah.
um, yeah, check it out because then you could actually start business. You drop off the kids and then
All
you're
right.
going to
Yeah.
the office,
And
look
just
at
switch
the
it.
office,
Hmm.
switch it. Oh, which leads me back to that's what started this whole postage thing. When you go to your office, you're only bringing home the important stuff, right?
Yes. When
You're
I'm
weeding
go.
it
Yes.
and you're shredding it.
The recycling bin is there too. Yep.
Now, one thing that I see that my clients do all the time is they
Yes.
will open up a bill and then they'll look at it and then they'll fold it up and put it back in the envelope.
Hmm.
Don't do that.
Okay.
It's a waste of time. If
It's
you're going to
true.
get rid of the daggone outside
Right.
envelope. I
Otherwise,
just,
don't touch it. Yeah.
people do it all the time. And I'm like,
It's
why are
so
you putting it back
true.
in the envelope? Because now you don't even know what it is again. You're going to have to open it again. Right. And if you open up, it's flat. So
Yeah.
then it can go into your action system even better.
Yeah.
Or better yet, don't even open it up and just throw it in bills to pay.
Right.
You
Until you're ready to. Yep. Makes
So
sense.
that's a new habit.
Got it. Makes sense.
That's good. Let's see. Okay. So your client intake form, you're going to assign that out. But
Yes.
you told me you don't need a Google form because you already have one, right?
That's right. I was able to retrieve the old one that I have put into the client information
Yeah.
gathering folder.
So there you go. Done. I just
Yay.
clicked on one. Well, here you
Sweet.
can check it off and it feels good to check things off. It's a little dopamine hit, baby.
Yes.
That's why I love these check boxes.
Yes,
Okay,
I
so
did.
the client, the master prospects folder, is that done?
Yes, we made a folder
You got the intake form done?
that we're working on. Oh, yes, yeah, right. We do have the intake form. We are deleting email. Yep.
You
We
got
have
the
the quote
quote?
and the research files. Yep. Okay, so this part, yeah, we just need to add this into the
Add,
form.
yeah, add that into it, right? Because that's important. That way, anybody jumping in, say you got sick last week, anybody
Hmm.
jumping in, it's like, oh, was there a meeting scheduled? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you might, I don't know if you want to go yes and then
Time and date. Yep.
date,
Yep.
probably.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful information. Yep.
Immediately they pop into that folder. And that could be when I did it for the old farmers, it was on the outside of their, we made paper folders and the
Yep.
whole,
What's right
we
outside of the
printed
manila.
stickers to put on the folders. And that way anybody picking up the folder can see immediately what's been
Oh, that's
done.
awesome.
Is policy there? Is it not there? Blah, 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 blah.
Okay,
And
so we need to title it some way where it stays on top, like it's the
yeah,
first file. Okay, got it.
well, that was for paper. And I don't know, you're not using paper, right?
Mm-mm. Yeah, we're trying not to go paper.
Yeah, which is great. So you just need to figure out how to,
Name it to where it stays as the,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then do you have a master client folder?
Uh-huh. That I did create. Yes. which has
Perfect.
really been super helpful. Because once the
Good.
prospect come, I copy it and create the file and pull the subfolders that goes in.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Yay. Okay.
But yeah,
And then
we're making great progress.
you're making huge progress. You're such a good student.
I try to be, but with
I,
once
I,
I can see how much better I can be
yeah,
if I just, yeah,
we're all a work in progress.
for sure.
You know, we are all such a work in progress. That's
Yes,
like there's always something else that we have to do
exactly.
better. So your master client folder, I'm sorry, you did that or didn't do that?
I did. Master client folder, I did.
And the prospects folder.
Yes.
Okay, you can cross that off.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I did the prospects. I did not do the client. Or did I? Hold
Okay.
on. I, I think I
Because we have these different
just
buckets, right?
didn't name it. Yeah. Okay, so let's look. Okay, so not on the client folder. That's what I need to work on. Yep.
Okay, so that's just something you
Okay.
get to work on. And then we have the different buckets of pre-client, current policy claim.
Yes.
And
Hmm.
that somehow, I guess, would be, I don't know. It's hard when to think paper versus digital, like how it would be best to see things quickly.
Hmm.
But I guess if there's a claims folder under each, a subfolder,
Yeah. Yeah.
then a folder
Yeah.
for
I don't.
record.
Mhm. That's true. I don't think these would be necessary.
Yeah. You don't need open or closed.
Nope.
Okay. Good.
Yes. I think that's good.
Okay. And then, yep. We did the bank account stuff. We did mileage. Okay, good. We're on a
So
roll, girl.
maybe I need to talk this through with you, because right now I'm trying to consolidate a couple of my accounts as far as business accounts while we're doing this. So right now, my husband and I have a joint account. He has his own individual account. I have two business checking accounts that I want to get rid of one.
Yeah, why do you have two?
One is a credit union
Okay.
with my farmers where I have to keep open for my other expenses. So like my car notes and other things that get deducted from my folio. So maybe I just need to, but I want to keep the Chase business because I can move money easier than my credit union. So that's my
And I don't know, have you hooked up your credit union to Wave yet?
no.
That's usually a problem.
Oh,
I mean, maybe if they have Plaid, but credit unions are notoriously terrible for business.
yeah.
You might want to maybe make the credit union simply a savings account,
Yeah.
not a checking account.
Okay.
And because they'll still, so they auto deduct like your
Yes.
insurance, everything
Well, they
from,
auto deduct my um
let me
lien
write this down. I got to put
because
my head around this.
so
Okay,
my
so,
credit union is the lien holder on my car note.
okay.
And they need it to be deducted from my you know what? I don't even think it needs to be the checking. I wonder if it could become out of the savings.
Well, why, okay, so the credit union, you finance your car through the credit union,
Yes.
but what do farmers have to do with it?
It's just the farmers credit union
Oh,
account. Hmm.
oh, and what else happens with the credit union?
The car note comes out of there
Uh-huh. Is that,
and that's it. Hmm.
oh, well, that's no big deal.
So we just kind of keep it like that. And yeah, okay. I'm just thinking out loud
Yeah,
with
I
you.
mean,
Hmm.
it's going to be a savings or a checking, but if
Yeah.
that's the only thing that's going on with it, just don't worry about it.
Okay. And then just keep it separate like that.
And then, yeah, and then Chase
Using
is,
the chase as the primary
and then
in
you
and
have
out.
it, and you have checking, right?
Hmm.
Checking that, and then is that the credit card or the credit card someplace else?
The
Your
credit card is
biz,
someplace else.
okay. Your biz credit is what's it called?
That is the farm. That is through
Oh,
farmers as well, but it's called a crystal visa.
okay. Okay, good. That's good. Yeah. So that is the problem with credit unions. They don't play
Yeah,
well. They don't play well, but you get a better car loan. So who cares? At the end,
right.
you'll get the form anyhow that says what interest you paid to write it off.
Hmm.
And then you can do a manual entry and waive,
Got it.
saying that
Yep.
this is the interest or added on to the P&L and balance sheet at the end. But
Yeah.
actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Actually, you're not doing actual, you're doing miles.
Yeah, that's true.
But this has nothing to do with
Yeah.
taxes.
Okay. So we'll just leave that. Okay.
You don't have to
Good.
worry about it.
Yep.
Nothing to do.
Perfect.
You're just claiming miles, which is
Yeah,
where it makes the most sense.
exactly. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So move all your business card expenses onto your farmer's credit card
Got it.
or your Chase debit card.
Yep.
So if you get credit and stuff on the farmers, like I try to put everything through Southwest,
So
like
that you
Southwest
get the points.
Airlines.
Yeah.
I put everything through there that I can, and then I fly free all the time.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So did that answer
Okay.
your question? I think that kind of,
That does. That does answer my question.
yeah, I don't think you need to worry about it at all. Actually, that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then remember, if personal money needs personal, then you got to just transfer it out.
Right. Right.
Or your business needs money, you're going to take it from
Transfer
personal.
back in.
Put it
Yeah.
in there. Not going to just put it on personal. And then the subscriptions for your personal Discover credit card, you got to move those over, right?
Yes.
And yeah, and TurboTax.
Yes. Yes. You're absolutely right. Because, yep, we need to clean that part up.
And actually, I think I'm looking at it myself for next year, the Wave people doing taxes, because they have actually tax advisors at Wave.
Oh, they
So
do.
I'm gonna look and see what the price difference is,
Yeah.
because this TurboTax, you're gonna have everything you need. You're gonna have your balance sheet. You might not
Exactly.
have to have TurboTax anymore. You might just want to pay them whatever it is or whatever they charge,
Hmm.
$500 tax return,
Right.
which is
Mhm.
easy breezy because they have all the information on you anyhow.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to doing my taxes early this.
It's gonna be so good because you're just gonna be done. And we
Yes.
started reconciling from January of this last
Hmm.
year. I know they put in a bunch of other crap, but just don't worry about that
Okay.
for now. Later you can do it if you feel like it.
Yes. Yes. We will have to.
Sure. Okay, let's set up our next time.
Yes. So
Uh,
same Monday, Tuesday works for me.
Perfect. Um, we can do the 11th or the 12th. We can do the 18th,
Let's do
7th.
the 12th if that's okay. And if 1:30 to 2:30 works for you.
Let's see. I have a 1 to 2 quick win training. And
Okay.
so I could do 2:15.
2:15. Yes, that works. 2:15 to 3:15. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna wait for your invite, but that works on the 12th.
To 3:15. I'll add you in. Whoops.
And then
Okay, I'm gonna make it a Zoom thing. And then which card do you want me to use? Do you have a different,
the
hopefully,
3816. It is the business credit card. Yes.
that's what I want to hear, Lien. There we go.
Yeah.
Yay.
3816.
Oh, hold on, I'm not ready.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Unless I have it. Do I have it? Hold on.
It was that last one last time.
Let me look at my last pass. Yay for you.
Yay. I have to
Yeah,
do some catch-up work, but I think the structure I've been really enjoying
yeah. It's an ongoing process.
for sure.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, I don't have you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
So let me hold please.
Sorry about that. I didn't save it.
No worries.
Good job, by the way, using your card, using the right card.
All right. Thank you. So that is 4025 7210 0010 3816.
Expires
5 of 2025.
the code
454
and the zip code.
94080.
Okay. Got it. Okay, cool. So,
Sweet.
I can set you up on automatic, or you can just do it each time, whatever you really want.
I think we are good for automatic because I finally made a payment.
Okay, excellent. So a weekly.
Yes. I think we have 2 more sessions or
You know what? I don't even know.
one. Uh, or is it one more? Let's see.
I mean, we can do as many as you want. It's
Oh,
not,
okay. We did
it doesn't.
1, 2, 3 so far. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. You're good.
Yay. Awesome.
Okay, girl. Oh yeah, there are 3 so far, so this is 4.
Okay. Wait, are you
Yep.
sure?
I have you down at
The 15th?
7, 10, 15, 10, 21.
Oh, okay, nice. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, I'll see you next week.
See you next week. Okay, have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Take care.
You too. Bye bye.